My mic was muted. That's how you know I am a professional streamer. Alright guys, how you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. Are you gonna capture my second game? There we go. Just had to toggle it. Let's open this can. Let's see who falls out of the tree today. Pixiotti, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. Hydrate, literally just did that. Let's get Phantom Bot running. Oh god. What a fucking night. How you doing? No, that's fine. It was perfectly timed. So, I'm very sorry for the late stream again. I'll be honest, right? I got to sleep at like 10 a.m. Slept for 4 hours. And I just felt pretty dreadful since. And it was another one of those days where I massively considered maybe it's time to end the streaming streak. Whoa, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. Very sorry. I was in excruciating pain all night. I took some morphine. Never end the streak. Billy the Kid, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. I took some morphine at like 10 o'clock. Passed out for 4 hours. Woke up at 2. Had to take my meds and everything. Wait for me to come round. And now I'm live. That's basically where we're at. My can is in the way of my screen. Ugh. But yeah. But now we're back on task, that's very true. Ah, something in my eye. Damn eyelashes. Right guys, so we are back live and on task doing what we do. Ugh. I think I got it out of my eye now. Damn eyelashes. Gotta love them opiates, I know, right? Hannah, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. You alright? I'm glad that you're alright. I'm feeling half decent. But that's the morphine talking, you know? Alright, let's put some music on. You know the drill. Acting is something. I know, right? I'm doing much better than I've done throughout the night, which is, what we're gonna say. We're gonna, you're not gonna work Spotify? Well, this is inconvenient. Are you just not letting me play anything? So it's not just not that. Okay. Okay. We can work with that. Mrs. Biffle Chips, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Stormwalker, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Muffin, how you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it, guys. Mrs. Biffle Chips, I was just about to send you a message. I was just about to send you a sneaky DM. Oh, we're rolling. Show me. Oh, I can't type apparently. Show me the money. No. Reheat. I know, right? I've got to say, it's more in the bag than I thought would be for the weight. But I guess it makes sense, it's dehydrated, right? Now I need to work out the volume of my, my brewing vessel, you know? How you doing? If you're talking to me... Right. Right. Let's get to the meat of it. Not doing good mentally, going to be talking to the doctor about changing your medication. Just waiting on your insurance to be active so it doesn't cost you $2,000. Oof. You think they're down on Runescape, but you know absolutely nothing about it? Do it. If you got any questions, there are any number of people in chat and on Discord who are more than happy to help out. And if you join my clan, the clan is awesome. Like, the clan is really good at helping people out. It's not my clan, it is a clan that I admin of, but I don't own the clan. Joe owns the clan. But regardless, I had the joys of having phantom testicular pain all night. And I didn't have any morphine, so I had to wait until the pharmacy was open so I could fill my emergency script. Which is why I got to sleep at 10 AM. I woke up at 2 PM feeling pretty dreadful. I got a hurt in, like, on my head or my headphones. I don't know. Is the level up grind? I mean, it depends on why you play. Like, for me, the point of RuneScape is making stupid amounts of various things. That's the point of RuneScape for me. For some people, the point of RuneScape is to do quests, and other people, the point of RuneScape is to do bossing. Like, you know? I know, I'm just saying. RuneScape is a game that you grind. Regardless of how you play it, there is grinding involved. What I'm saying is, the reason that you grind can be quite varied. But you are correct that RuneScape is a game of grinding. There's no way around that. I mean, I have no idea how long I'm going to be able to stream for, to be honest. It depends until the morphine wears off, to be honest. Reheat and Serene. One huge rune plated salvage, I'll take it. Muffin, how's life treating you? There's nothing wrong with just... Is my chair completely alright? I have this conversation with myself every stream. Hydrate, can do. Thank you, Stormwalker. And nice. Thank you for spending 69 Ribble coins to make me say nice. Fair enough, Muffin, fair enough. Nothing wrong with taking breaks when you need them. I think the best way to play RuneScape, though, for most people is passively. Like, play it whilst you're doing something else. It's not really much of a grind then. No, exactly. After Auric, I did get to sleep. So I got to sleep at like 10, 11 a.m. I don't know, when did I message you? Let's yeah, it was like a couple hours after I messaged you, so like 10 a.m. or something. Slept for like 4 hours, and then I feel dreadful. And the best thing about RuneScape is you can try it for free, right? Like, you don't have to spend any money. You know, you can just download the game and play it, and not worry about membership. And then if you enjoy it, you might decide you want membership later on. There is RuneScape for mobile. You can just do what Auric did, download it, play it for like 2 months, and then just go, ugh, sick of this now, and go off playing something else. Yeah, it is an amazing, like, passive thing to do that just breaks the monotony of other things. I mean, I don't think I would agree with that, Billy the Kid. Generally speaking, I agree with what you say, but that's something I don't agree with. I know lots of players who boss fight on mobile, and lots of players who play exclusively on mobile and do absolutely everything in game. It is harder, it is more difficult, but I know lots of players who do it. Yeah, see, I've got it on mobile, and I almost never play it on mobile. But mostly not because like I have an issue with RuneScape on mobile. When I used to work and I was taking buses and trains all the time, I would play RuneScape on mobile. I actually had quite a few times when somebody on the train would be like, "Yo, can I watch you play?" Like if it was on a long train journey with a mate waiting for my client. But like these days, I'm at home all the time, pretty much. So I'm always got either my computer or my laptop available to me. You don't mobile because the chat is shit. The chat is shit, I will give you that. So like, mobile has its place. But I do understand, like, if you've got access, thank you for the lurk, Auric. If you've got ready access to a PC on a regular basis, like, mobile might not make sense. Because I do think the game is more difficult to play on mobile. But once again, that could just be because I am never played mobile games. I am 100% used to gaming on PC. Like, I find game controllers, you know, like Xbox controls and things, I find those confusing. Because I've just never really played on a controller since PlayStation 1, Xbox One, like in the original Xbox. So that is probably a big part of it. Alright, can somebody remember the 26th of August for me? I'm gonna have to reconnect YouTube again because Twitch keeps shit in the bed. Disconnect. Yes, disconnect. Connect. My email. Gaming on the Spectrum. Hello. I actually remembered 26th of August myself. But thank you for anybody who was remembering it for me. Export. Let's see. Let's see if you will now export to YouTube and I've redone the connection. The thing is that like I can upload like one or two and then I have to reset the connection. It's driving me insane. Reheat. Sorry guys, I'm doing some admin. Let me check chat. You find good doing the beach event? Yep, I did use mobile during the beach event, especially during weekends when I wanted to lie down in bed, but wanted to, you know, take advantage of the heat wave. Right. Sorry, that bit of admin I need to do is done. Moment, guys. And GG Stormwalker. I mean, if we're rolling, I guess I'll give it a try, you know? At least you made an effort. I always make an effort. GOTS bot. Get a stretch out. So, War, what are you up to in game? In fact, anybody who's in game, what are you up to in game? And if you're not in game, what are you up to in real life, I guess? Divination. You're smithing next to me, love it. Just doing porters. Oh, potes, not porters. I forget player on potes are a thing. So, guys, apparently we're getting a new skill. What do you think it's going to be? Do you think we are going to get the sailing skill finally? Sailing would be interesting. I don't know what's going on in game chat here, but I'm Stormwalker unlocking all the emotes. Look, BRB, no worries. I was thinking if they had sailing, you know, they could link it in with player-owned ports, which would be cool. But you could also link it in with construction, because you'd have to build your ships. You could probably use it as a... whatever the fuck you call invention, you know, one of those skills that have other skills to unlock. You know, like, you could have wood cutting, crafting, maybe magic, construction, all as a prerequisite kind of deal. You know, if you had to build your hull and you know, craft your sails and things like that, I think that could be interesting. Right, we're gonna not look at in-game chat right now, because I don't know what the fuck's going on there, but I don't want that on my stream, you know. So what do we reckon? Did that export to YouTube work after we reset the connection? It did. I can't believe I have to do that so frequently. It is fucking unreal. But I just think a lot of people have wanted a sailing skill for a long time. Or maybe they could do like an artificer skill, you know? Have magic, pro, crafting, mining, whatever, and have it so that you can like create things. I don't know, that could be interesting. But then the issue that you've got is that would introduce a bunch of new items to the game, and how would you balance that? But I mean, if you're adding new skills, there's going to be new items. Now, the easy thing to do, of course, is to make them disassemblable. Is that the right word? Make it so you can disassemble them. Disassemble? You know what I mean? You know, you could mine, like, artificer crystals or something. And then you use those to you know, magically craft them into certain items. Maybe they could be like skill boost things and whatnot for late game. I've heard some people spin up the idea of necromancy, but I'm like, isn't that half just summoning? No, I've not done any summoning in game. So maybe my understanding of summoning is wrong. I don't know. There's a lot of options that they could go. But sailing seems like they're related enough. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, it seems a bit too close to summoning, in my opinion. Because, you know, like, each skill is kind of bespoke in its own way and relatively different. And I just feel like it would be very close to summoning. You know, like, sailing massively makes sense to me. Like an artificer or something like that. True. But once again, the issue is that it's just an extension of summoning. It's not really a new skill. Maybe a summoning rework with necromancy added for late games. What the... There's flowers everywhere. That's the thing, like, if they release another skill what's basically the same as the skill already in game, people would just, people would rip Jadex apart for that. But it's definitely interesting, the amount of, like, what would you call it? The amount of things to consider when coming up with a new skill. It's got a balance in the game. Guys, if you've not checked out LTT Folding yet, we've got Folding Month coming up. There will be prizes, although there's no prizes up there currently, but there will be prizes. You can help with medical research and maybe win a prize. I will also drop that link on Discord later. Do we have any blog posts go live today? Thursday. Off the top of my head. Who's on Thursday? Trance. Right? Let me check the sheet. Yeah, it's Trance. Which means... Yes! Guys, new blog post up on AAA. This is the first time that Trance has ever written, like, created content. Look, BRB, no words, Pixiotti. This is the first time that Trance has ever created content. And it would be amazing if you guys could go over and read it. Drop him a comment. You know, just be nice people. I can't type. So yeah, Mrs. Biffle Chips, I need to measure the volume of my brewing vessel. Is there a specific ratio of tea leaves to water? But it doesn't say. Does it say it on the packet? I didn't really take that much attention. Does the packet say so? Let's have a read. Bring water to boil. Pour. It doesn't specify. Like what? How much leaves do I use? I didn't think it specified. You put 4 teaspoons for brewing Betty Saddle. I have no idea what that means. Do you drink it black, I'm guessing, Mrs. Biffle Chips? Maybe I'm going too scientific about this and I should just trial and error it. Red, welcome. I was just doing the standard messaging, people. Yes, no additives. That's kind of how I drink hot beverages as well, generally. Yeah, I know that feeling. I completely understand. I got to sleep at 10 a.m., woke up at 2, and I feel worse than before I slept. I don't know how that makes sense. So I completely... I have been so grumpy today, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I've been so fucking grumpy today. But then I get behind the camera and I just... you know? Let's relax. I hope whatever it is that is keeping you busy isn't too challenging, my friend. If I can help with anything, drop me a message. Like in all seriousness, if there is something that I can do to help, please do let me know. I can't promise I'm able to help, because obviously I don't know everything in the world and I don't have an infinite amount of time or skill. But maybe I can help. It's all done now, it's not too much of a big deal. Well, I'm glad that it's all done and you can take a minute to relax before you have to move on to the next task. Because there's always a next task, you know? There is always a next task. Oh, my posture is dreadful, guys. He was in a museum today. Bored out your mind after school carrying your backpack with my big coat in so your back hurt. Well, that's not very good. My back has been really painful, and today, touch wood, it's okay. Today, my back feels kind of okay. So, take the win where I can, you know. Oof. You're like, do I want food that much? And then you're like, yes. Yes, I do. Oh, Red, let me screen grab this conversation and send it to you. You had to go, so you had to leave multiple times. First time in the day where you can just fucking relax while eating some yogurt. What kind of yogurt? I'm a big fan. Here's a weird thing. I really like yogurt, but I never buy it. But if I like, let's listen to some Red Hot Chili Peppers. Some berries in it. Sounds pretty nice. Yes, Mr. Biffle chips. Lupper. I don't know which one I prefer. I like them both. As far as the message what I sent you, Red, there's no mad rush in reading it, by the way. Morning spec been a few days. Eyeball, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. You're still smithing away. I am. I am smithing my life away. How are you doing today, Eyeball? That's what I need to know. Getting ready for... Wait, you got a long weekend? Is that like a national thing or just a you thing? Is it like a national holiday or is it just you've got a long weekend? I'm curious. You hadn't had the in 7 years, so you're celebrating. It's a holiday in the US. Columbus Day. Ah, okay, okay. I should know that. But I hope that you have a good time, whatever it is you're doing. I've never understood Thanksgiving. It's like, hey, let's have Christmas lights just before Christmas. I know. Like, if somebody could explain to me what Thanksgiving is about, maybe I would understand more. But it's never made sense to me. That might be because I'm Britain. It might be because I'm from Britain. We don't have Thanksgiving of any kind here. Over here it's Norfolk skin. Love it, Red. Imagine if that was an actual national holiday. One sec, I'm gonna have to try and find the YouTube short now. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, what's he called? I can't remember the guy's name. This is gonna drive me insane. So I'm gonna have to just zoom through YouTube Shorts and hope that I come across him. Because... Okay. Listen, I'm tired as fuck, right? If you're not being overt with me right now, I probably won't understand. I'm gonna give up in a minute. I hate when I can't remember the name of a channel. I just mindlessly scroll through Facebook trying to find it. Plus, we gotta do base. As far as I know, it's giving thanks to the first harvest after we settled America. Maybe. That sounds like it could be a thing. Sounds like it could be right. Sorry guys, it's driving me insane. Reheat. It's driving me insane. I can't find it. That's not going to be in the title, is it? Because right, this is driving me insane, guys. You know what? I give up. I'm never going to find it again. So you guess you're right. I mean, that's the way it works, right? Nobody corrects you, then you're probably right. Or everybody else on the planet suddenly died in this moment apart from you and me. That's also technically possible if nobody corrected you. We are the last people alive, Hannah. That's the only logical conclusion. Right, guys, I'm going to take my 1 hour break because I've started taking a break at 1 hour, 2, and then every 2 hours after that. Where the fuck is my BRB screen? Alright, guys. Really? I clicked the... There we go. Guys, I'm going to take a very quick break to check on my mum and go to the bathroom. I will be back in just a few minutes. If you've been sat down for the last hour, maybe get up and have a stretch, get something to eat or drink, but generally look after yourselves because self-care is important. You know, please stay tuned. Alright guys, sorry about that. We've lobbied. What have I missed in chat? Correct me if I'm wrong, it's a possibility. Really need one of those chocolate milk cakes. I don't like chocolate desserts. Eyeball rolled and won. Mr. Biffsit rolled, didn't win. Hannah rolled, didn't win. Pixotti rolled, didn't win. I will roll and not win. Told ya. So we're doing +1 rune picks now. Guys, do I risk jinxing it? Do I risk it? I have not dropped a single frame yet. Maybe they finally fixed the issue. You're pretty cold. I'm a little bit on the cold side. But I am wearing shorts and a t-shirt, so... my own fault? Attempts to phone Virgin Media. Connection fails. RIP. Well, we tried. I got taken by Germans in it because I'm aware of that. Oh, I missed that. I missed that message, Red. Yeah, I love it how Britain was like, yeah, you can have the Sudan. Yeah, but what do you think the Czechs are going to say about that? Nah, it's fine, don't worry about it. Yeah, exactly what I just said, Red. About or without us, I like it. Here's something that I find funny, right? I'm taking my headphones off to talk about this. But, like, during the build-up to World War II, Britain said, if you invaded Poland, we'd declare war. And people these days go, but Britain is such a small country, that's nothing to be scared of. But what people don't seem to take into consideration was, in the 1930s, and the 1940s, Britain was the America of the modern day. You know, Britain was the largest military on the planet. We had a navy like no other, and we had a massive empire. And so, like, when people go, yeah, I don't know why they were so worried, like, Britain's a small country, I'm like, yeah, but at the time it wasn't. You know? And not just the fact that Britain itself is a small country, but had an empire, but also Britain had a lot of previous colonies that they were very friendly with, such as, you know, Australia, New Zealand, Canada. That is very true, Eyeball. That is very true. Now, obviously, I want to make this very obvious to anybody. By the 1930s, the British Empire was not, you know, the globe-spanning powerhouse that it was in, like, the 1600s, 1700s. Like, a lot of, you know, territories did gain independence. Very true, Red. You know, like, Canada, for instance, was independent. But Canada also, at the time, had an agreement where, like, Britain would strongly advise them on foreign policy. As in, they did what Britain said most of the time. Not so much the case anymore. But interesting thing, there has been a push recently for what is being called CANZUK, which is a NATO-like agreement between Britain, Australia, Canada, New Zealand. I think that's it. Which would make it like the second largest, third largest military on the planet. Which would be interesting. You know, also with those, they would have agreements of increasing spending on defense, so the size of the military would grow. Now, they still would not challenge America, because America is ridiculous, right? So, America has got the largest air force in the world. They also have the second largest air force in the world, because the second largest air force in the world is the American Navy. So, to put it in perspective, right? Like, America, their air force is ridiculously large. And then you're like, yeah, that's fair enough. And then you're like, so what's the second largest air force? Yeah, the American Navy. Alright then. My camera's pissing me off. I'm going to have to reinstall Logitech, whatever the fuck they call it, G Suite or something. It updated and shit the bed. No, I know, right, Eyeball? The thing is, like, if you fuck with the US Air Force, that's bad enough. You know? Now, the US Air Force is ridiculously large. But, let's just say that you somehow surprise attack all of the US Air Force bases all around the world. And let's say that somehow all of those attacks were successful. Right? Just theoretically. We're talking about an impossible ice cream van. We're talking about an impossible situation here, but if you somehow planned, orchestrated an attack, fair enough, Fred. If you somehow planned an orchestrated attack, what severely damaged a good portion of the US Air Force, great. The problem is that the second largest Air Force is at sea at all times, pretty much. So, like, and that's also just happens to be, you know, a United States Navy. So, like, let's say somehow that you coordinated strikes on every US Air Force base, including the ones in America. Let's just say somehow you managed that without them, you know, preempting it, like, I don't think people understand just how much surveillance, like, on communication networks that America does, and spying and things, right? But, like, let's say somehow you manage to do that. You still gotta fuck with the US Navy Air Force, and the US Navy, and the US Marines, and the US Army. Yeah. Just don't fuck with America. If, like, somehow the 5 next largest militaries all combined, they might equal America. Maybe. You'd also have the... Yeah, no, that's what I mean, right? Like, let's say, like, you somehow take out all of America's military. Let's say you sink their navy, you destroy their planes, you kill off the majority of their armed forces. What are you gonna do then? Because a lot of Americans are heavily armed and have a "my house is my castle" and "my country is, you know, my whole life" mentality. So, like, you would have to attack every town with a massive standing military. And I'm saying this in air quotes because they're not a well-regulated militia. They're meant to be, but they're not. There are some well-regulated militias, though. So I'm not saying there aren't any. But like, realistically speaking, if every person, you know, was like, shit, we're losing this war, bought as many weapons as they could, and was like, I'm just going to defend my house. I'm going to put my entire effort into defending my house. Which doesn't sound like that big of a deal, right? Now imagine every house, every apartment, every wooden shack. Imagine having to systematically go in and clear 70% of the houses with armed people in there. That's the entire goal, is just to kill as many of you as possible. Yeah, like, some states are more armed than others, like, it's... But, I mean... All I've got to say is, like... I imagine that if the US ended up somehow in a war, you're making the case for gun ownership. Yeah. I'm gonna come to that in a moment, Eyeball. I'm gonna come to that in a moment. But let's say that somehow... Let's say that somehow you destroy all the American military. You know? You gotta deal with the American population. Now, coming to gun ownership. The question that you have to ask is, do the benefits outweigh the negatives? Right? Like, let's be honest. What is the likelihood that China, Russia, Britain, Australia, India, etc. are all going to combine forces and go to war with America? What's the likelihood of that? Because that's what it would take. It would take NATO being disbanded, everybody's hating America for some reason, and everybody banding together, despite the fact that they hate each other, just to go to war with America. Now, I'm not saying it wouldn't happen, I'm saying good luck. Like, I imagine if America did something truly terrible, maybe. I'm gonna come to the Eyeball, don't worry. It's all in here. So we're talking specifically about invasion from an external force at the moment. I'm not sure if I'm even going to touch that with a barge pole. I might, but I don't feel like I have... You can... Stormwalker, look, thank you. But then, you know, risk versus reward, right? Like, yeah, having a bunch of armed civilians is great if you get invaded, but you're never going to get invaded. But what's the likelihood of one nutcase getting the hands on weapons and using them to harm other people? Pretty high. That's just one. What's the likelihood of multiple nutcases getting their hands on multiple weapons and harming lots of people? I say that's, as we've seen with historical data, pretty damn high. Like, is that worth it? Now, I come from a country where we had a mass school shooting in Scotland. If anybody knows the name of that, let me know the school, because it's slipping my brain right now. But we had a mass school shooting in Scotland, and the people and the government all said, you know what, we don't really need guns. Like, some people still have guns. Clamper, welcome, how you doing, how's things, how's life, tell me all about it. You know, like, I know somebody with a rifle. There is a rifle owner club nearby, but the most you're allowed is a rifle. You know, no handguns, no automatic weapons, no semi-automatic weapons. I think the maximum mag size is 5 rounds. Don't hold me to that. I'm not massively up to date with British laws. Is this... yeah, the shooting that happened in Scotland, in Britain. I can't remember where it was or what the school was called, and it's winding me up. The problem is mentality. People think that if we allow red flag laws, all guns will be taken away. You can have responsible ownership, good control, and still have them. Dunbar? Maybe. It was in Scotland, I know that, so it sounds right. And that's the argument that I'm making, is we still have guns in Britain. People think that we just have no guns. People have got this in their head that nobody in Britain has guns. That is a massive problem in the US. Exactly is my point. But I'll come back to the automatic weapons in a moment, Eyeball, because I've got a few things to say on that. But as I was saying, you know, we said, look, we don't need handguns, because handguns are primarily used to attack people. I'm not saying there is zero sport. Yeah, and then you've got stuff like that. That happened to a British Olympian in South Africa, if I remember correctly. But, like, you've got... In Britain, like, you don't really need handguns. Because handguns are primarily used for killing people. Right? So, like, we decided you don't need handguns. Handguns, they're concealable. Most of them are some form of semi-automatic. Like, they're just not really needed. So we got rid of those. Automatic weapons in general. I don't mean fully automatic, I mean fully automatic, semi-automatic, anything like that. Like, no, you're not allowed them anymore. Trade them in. You are also man. See, right, here is, I've got a question for you Americans. How would you feel, because in Britain, to own a firearm, you have to be a member of a rifle club. Now, I don't know the American Constitution all that well, but I do know it talks about a well-regulated militia. So how would you feel about having to sign up to a militia unit that you have to do training for? It'd be free, you know? It would be completely independent from government. It would be its own thing. You know, but how would you feel about having to sign up to be in a command chain of sorts, where you have to do so much training a year? I mean, I feel like when it comes to barriers, like, if you're mentally unwell, you probably shouldn't be allowed it. I feel like that's kind of a given. You know, if you're a felon, maybe not. I don't know. This is, we're spitballing here, right? No, but there would be, obviously... I'm not saying that the training would be physical, I don't think you should have to go and like do basic training like you're in the army. I think it should be more marksmanship and more like gun safety and that kind of thing. You're not joining a military, right? Like you're not joining the National Guard or the U.S. Marines. I don't think you should expect them to be treated like a reserve of the military. You know, it's not a military, it's a militia. But I do think, you know, show up, learn gun safety, get taught the best ways to, you know, shoot well. You know, you can get taught how to, like, what's it called when you anticipate the recoil, so you drop your weapon and then you're gonna miss targets more frequently than not. There's a name for it, but I don't know. But, like, you get taught that kind of stuff. You know, and you can go and there's group activities. But you'd be required to do so many hours a year. I don't know what it'd be, maybe like 50 hours a year, an hour a week or something. You know, and you have to go and register. Then you can have Rembrandt paint portraits of your militia. I mean, yeah, sure. But like, because the argument of gun ownership in America is that if you were invaded, or if the US government became a fascist state, that you could... Princess, welcome, how you doing, how's things, how's life, tell me all about it. But the argument is that you could defend yourselves, right? I don't see an issue with that. Right? I don't see an issue with the populace having the ability to defend themselves against an external threat or an internal threat. Right? I'm British. I'm not against gun ownership. But, like, I think there should be regulation in place. And this is where you're gonna, like disagree with me, Eyeball. This is where you're gonna disagree with me. I think it should be federally mandated that some kind of, I don't know, some kind of not elected, because that's too political, but like, there should be... No, I'm not saying I'm not getting into gun ownership. I said I don't have a problem with gun ownership. And actually, there's a rifle club right near me. I've never been sectioned, I've never been charged with a crime, so I could go and buy a rifle. And it's something that I have been curious about. And if I ever get the spare money, I probably would give it a try, you know? So I'm not against firearms at all. But I do think the requirement to be in this country, the requirement is that you're registered to a rifle. You are correct. I 100% knew you were going to disagree with that. The requirement that you are signed up to either a rifle or hunting club in Britain. Now in America, your constitution specifically states a well-regulated militia. So hell, make it a well-regulated militia. You know, require 50 hours a week of training. And it doesn't have to be like running assault course or whatever. Gun safety refreshers. Hell, they could teach you how to reload your own ammo. Alright? I think that'd be great. Teaching you how to reload your own ammo, and all of that kind of stuff would be great skills to have. You know? You could teach you proper do's and don'ts, you know? Don't point your gun at anything you don't want to shoot. Sounds obvious, but there are a lot of people who, you know, buy a gun and don't know that. Like, you know, everything from the basics up to the more complicated stuff, how to properly maintain your weapon. Because I imagine there are a lot of weapons that are poorly maintained in America. Right? I imagine there are a lot of weapons. Make sure of your target any... What? I don't understand what you mean there, Eyeball. US federal government is a nightmare. It's too much to govern and regulate such a large, vastly diverse country. Very true. States need to be left alone to govern in that respect. I think the fear-mongering around guns worsens the gun death problem. I'm not sure I completely agree with that, but I kind of understand your sentiment. They advertise mass shootings and then that, you know, on the news and things, and that makes more people think, I could do that. So I understand the sentiment. Many people don't own guns for self-defense, and criminals recognize this and use it for their own advantage. Probably true. I don't know the stats on that. Additionally, some people are even afraid of their own firearms, and importantly use them due to fear, which leads to lack of understanding. Yeah, and that's that last point. Intense shooting and beyond, like make sure your background is good. Yeah. That last point I want to bring up on, which is where my well-regulated militia comes in, right? If you are required to do 50 hours a year, you know, an hour a week, less than an hour a week on average, right? You know, average. It might be like, you know, 4 hours every 4 weeks or something. I wouldn't imagine you just go and do 1 hour every week, a minimum. And they would teach you to respect it. They would teach you not to fear your own weapon. Much like how a military would. But it's a militia, it's not a military. You're not required like everything that a military is. But the issue, this is what I was going to say, the issue you've got in America is you've got a very dug-in mentality, right? You've got a mentality of people who... Yeah, but I think you should not just require it before you can purchase a weapon, but I think you should have to have ongoing education. I think if you want to own weapons, you should have to register your weapon. I don't think the government, like, you know, I think, much like in Britain, if you register your weapon in Britain with the police, now in America it would probably be is it the NFA? The NFT? I don't know. National Firearms and Tobacco, is it? I don't know, you know what I mean. And I think you should be required to do ATF. Thank you. I don't know. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Yeah, I know who it is now. You know, and I think you should be required with no way to complete this training. No, but the point is that if you're destitute, I don't think you're registering your firearms, you know. No, and that's my issue, Billy the Kid, and that's what shouldn't be allowed. Oh no, definitely, it should be free. I don't think there should be any requirement whatsoever for financial reimbursement for the training. I think... So... That's not true at all. I don't know. If that is true, it's a problem. I imagine you could probably do... Okay, so I do know that's true in at least one state. A guns registered in the UK, that's what I'm going to talk about, right? So, like, in the UK, every weapon is registered with your local police force. No, I'm not saying it should be a police force. But every weapon is registered in the UK with your local police force, right? The police, and this is something that I don't think is necessary in America, but in Britain, the police generally come and inspect where you keep your weapons because we have specific laws on that. So you are required to keep your weapons in a metal or a wooden case. That if it's wood, it has to be at least 1 inch thick wood. It has to be locked with 2 separate keys, and the ammo has to be kept in a separate locked compartment within the same building. You can't keep weapons and ammo in the same place, which is why the police can, you know, come and inspect it. No, I don't. Great. All right, we stopped dropping frames. I don't think that's quite necessary for America because you guys have so many firearms anyway. But the idea that you have to be registered to a gun ownership club, as we call them in Britain, or a militia as you would probably call them in America, I think makes a lot of sense. I'm actually really enjoying this conversation. You can own weapons that are not registered in Britain, but they have to be a muzzle loading weapon. Interesting fact. That has to be reported to the police within 24 hours of it being known by the firm. If you don't do that, you can lose your gun license completely, and if the gun is used for a crime, and you've not reported it, you can be liable for the crime in Britain. Well, then it's fine. Was logged within a few hours of noticing no issues there then. Although the police may decide to suspend the firearms license anyway, because it wasn't kept in a secured place in their eyes. No, I don't agree with that. People that break into places steal things, whether it's secured or not. But the police sometimes, rarely, but sometimes may do that. Does not know have reasonable cause to believe that person preventing from receiving them. Interesting. I mean, for true. Which is why I think law should be federally mandated. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there. I agree. This is why you can't have conversations like this in America, because it gets heated. Yeah, I already knew he was going to say that eyeball. Eyeball, can I ask you a genuine question? Can I ask you a genuine question? Right. So here's the question. If you believe in less or as little federal laws and federal intervention as possible, Why have a federal government? Why not just be 50, well, you 51 states? Why not just be 51 independent countries? You can all have your own laws then. Just saying. I'm just saying, like... No, but here's my argument. Why do you need federal regulation? I genuinely have no fucking clue. I always consider Puerto Rico a state, even though it's not a state. I always consider Puerto Rico a state, even though I know it's not a state, and it's wrong that it's not a state. Like, make it a state, guys. Come on. But like, no, in all seriousness, at what point? Yeah, but my argument is, the only one of those things that you couldn't do to the same degree on an individual state level is military, right? I live in a country, you know, a little bit larger than Florida, right? We have emergency services, we have public schools. Also, our emergency services are free, our healthcare is free, we have a military. No, I know that. I'm aware of that, but my argument is, if somebody like Eyeball believes that you should have as little federal input as possible, just disband the federal nature of the United States. You know? Everything that you said could be done by having a trade union rather than a federal government. For instance, here's the thing, right, guys? I don't know if you know this. I was trying to think. What states do you all live in? And we'll just use. It doesn't matter what state you live in. We'll use California as an example, right? In California, cannabis is a legal substance on state law, right? But if you own a firearm, when you get it, when you get it, you have to fill out a form, right? And on that form it says, do you use any illegal substances? Now here's the problem. If you tick no, you are lying because it is a federal offence to consume cannabis. But if you tick yes, then you won't be granted a firearm because you use illegal substances. So theoretically speaking, if you own a gun, and you're in a state where, one of the many states where cannabis is legal, either medically or recreationally, you're committing a federal offence by you know, having that product and consuming that product. But like, theoretically, you've just committed a felony by lying on a federal form. Just as an example of why you've got an issue with federal law and state law. But you said the 90-in, for instance, has a certain standard for maintenance. You need to go and have lunch, no worries. But my argument is, you've got the EU, right? And the EU is not really a federated state. It's a political trading bloc, right? They're kind of leaning more towards federated states of Europe, but they're not there yet. So, like, they have inter-country transit much better than American interstate transit in most situations. Stormwalker, welcome back. Also, make Puerto Rico a state. Right, come on. You was eating, what did you have? Hydrate can do. Beep. You had risotto. What kind of risotto? What was in it? Guys, is risotto just savoury rice pudding? There's a question for you. You had a chicken burrito, it was fire. Nice. Is risotto just basically savoury rice pudding? Is rice pudding a thing everywhere? Or am I talking about like a British only thing and nobody has a clue what I'm talking about? Guys, do you have rice pudding in other countries? Is it a thing? You're gonna have chicken. You're gonna have tikka masala. Guessing chicken. Might not be chicken. Could be any other meat. Could be vegetarian. Never heard about it. Mrs. Bifflechips, are you still around? Is rice pudding a thing in Canada? You don't know what rice pudding is? I'm gonna have to get a wiki link for this. Is it only a British thing? Wiki. Also, by the way, I didn't say anything, guys, but no links in chat. I should have really said that. Apparently, place of origin is worldwide. But for anybody who doesn't know rice pudding, that's rice pudding. You've heard of rice pudding, but no one you know eats it. Others might know. But like, is risotto just savoury rice pudding? That's what I want to know. Reheat. Awesome. Risotto adds a different consistency, I think. It's not just savoury rice pudding. You've not made risotto before, but it's similar as far as I can tell. No, that's what I mean. I mean, obviously, it's not just savoury rice pudding, right? Like, I'm aware of that. And I mean, you can make rice pudding with any kind of rice. I quite like making rice pudding with basmati rice. Yeah, and rice pudding is either cooked with water or milk and stirred until it reaches a creamy consistency. Right? Like, traditionally, rice pudding was rice cooked with milk and sugar and stirred repeatedly until, like, the starch is thicker than the milk. Usually make rice pudding when trying to make boiled rice. I mean, I don't think you're the only person in the world who's like that. Yeah, exactly, that's what I mean. Like, instead of... It's like a velouté and a bechamel, right? Like, they're both... The only difference between the velouté and the bechamel is the bechamel is made with milk and the velouté is made with stock. Interesting, Pixiotic. So yeah, all the risottos that I've had has been how do I describe it? Soupy. I don't know how else to describe it. There's been a lot of liquid involved. And like, even if I've been to an Italian restaurant, that's how my risotto was. No, maybe the Italian restaurant I went to weren't very good. I don't know. I love it how I probably just told a bunch of people what a velouté is right now. Now you want to make risotto. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you've always encountered risotto with the rice being soft but still with quite distinct grains of rice. Yeah, but when I've made rice pudding, or I've had other people who made rice pudding, that's how rice pudding is. It's only like the cheap canned shit what's like all mushy. What's the one with fruit in? That's not very descriptive, princess. I'm not gonna lie, that could be so many things. The rice pudding with fruit. It's just rice pudding with fruit, right? I do really like oven baked rice pudding though, I've got to say. Like that skin on top is so good. So rice pudding can be made with any any short grain rice, it says. Also, the interesting fact, the rice used for rice pudding is a member of the arboreal rice, which is the type of rice traditionally used for risotto. So pudding rice is just risotto rice. Benji, welcome. We're talking about risotto and rice pudding right now. My favorite fruit, I love mangoes. Like, I don't have mango very often because my mum is very allergic to mango, but I love mango. So like the type of rice used in rice pudding and risotto is pretty much the same. Which just adds to my, is risotto just savoury rice pudding? Your favourite fruit is the strawberry. Just the one. Reddit's like, I will only eat the strawberry, none others, GG princess. God, guys, I need some mango in my life. So yeah, the only time I have mango is when it's pre-prepared, so that it doesn't have to touch any of our utensils or cooking surfaces or anything. GG Pixiotti. Because my mum is so allergic to mangoes, I can't like have it on the same chopping board of food that's cooked for her, or knives or anything. So the only time I really eat mango is when it's like pre-prepared. So I just open the plastic thing, eat it, and then throw the plastic thing away. Don't need to worry about my mum. I know, right, Pixiotti? The sad thing is, my mum used to love mango, and then one day, when she was like 17 or 18, she just ate some and like could barely breathe, and then that's it. She's been allergic since. But before that, she had no issues with it. I wonder what it is in berries that is allergic to. Because berries are very varied things, you know? Like a banana is a berry. You know, a raspberry, strawberry, blackberry, maybe a blueberry. Fair enough. Benji, fair enough. My girlfriend used to have a tree nut allergy, and now she's only allergic to walnuts. So they taste like sawdust. I mean, yeah. I can't argue with that, Pixiotti. Not that I've ever tasted sawdust, to be fair. Ash Beans, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. There is a drink shop near the harbour in which every drink is mango plus something else. Or if you didn't like mango, tough. Mango is amazing. But if you're allergic or don't like it, well, you're a bit fucked. So, Ash Beans, the question that is currently being discussed in chat, apart from fruit, is risotto just savoury rice pudding? It's made with the same rice. If you ask me, yes. Risotto. Risotto? Risotto? I don't know how you say it. Yeah, you'd say it's the same. I'm glad Ash Beans agrees with me. Red, welcome back to the chat. Where did you get off to? What time is it? Did you go for food? What's being talked about? We are talking about, is risotto just savoury rice pudding? And also, what is your favourite fruit? Them are the two things that we're currently talking about. Not yet for food. Ah, okay, okay. So, Reamsbury, give me half of a key. I'll take it. You can make them into keys and then unlock crystal chests, which I will do eventually. One, what's a rice pudding? Two, bananas. What's a Right, one moment. One moment. Let me wiki link you. Rice pudding is amazing. It's surprisingly enough a pudding made with rice. Oh, we're rolling. No. Just laugh at me, GOTS ball. I will turn you off. But it's not always overcooked rice. Rice pudding is amazing. It's basically sweetened rice that's cooked in milk or water. Sometimes it's heavily cooked like canned varieties. Other times it's not overcooked. But you're so hot, how can you turn her off? Who likes congee sauce? Right, so I've never tried it, but I really want to. So if you've got a good recipe that's vegetarian, send it to me, Hannah. I really want to try it. I'm aware of it. A lot of the pictures look like gooier than risotto I've ever had. Yeah, so it depends on the type of rice pudding you have. To be fair, they're all examples of like modern rice pudding. But risottos that I've had have also been pretty liquidy. But then again, that's not saying much because, like, yeah. You only like rice porridge if it's been cooked with stock. Otherwise, I think it's too plain. Send me a recipe. You know the vegetable stocks exist. I'll give it a try. Mushroom risotto is amazing, I agree. And try what? We're talking about trying congee or rice porridge. What's the, oh, is it Thai? But it's basically like, the name of it literally means like mixed rice or something. And it's just like a giant slab of rice with various vegetables and or meats on top. Don't think you ever had risotto before. If you ever see it in a restaurant, I'd give it a try. Risotto is really nice. Nice, thank you for spending 6 hours with content. Say nice. You always order it every time you see it on the menu in an Italian restaurant. Same. I love risotto. I'm presuming you're talking about risotto and not congee, since you said Italian restaurant. Right, can we try and upload another VOD? So I need to upload date the 27th even. Channel analytics, wrong thing. Export, one moment guys. And August 27th, 2022. Please upload. Honestly, Twitch shit in the bed constantly with YouTube is starting to wind me up. Oh my god, your stream is delayed by like 45 seconds. I'd be a bit. No worries. Pixiotti and no worries. You know what? I'm gonna roll again because I can. No, I still can't win. That is highly offensive, GOTS bot. Who taught you such things? I don't know, maybe. I did not actually write any. I've added 2 messages, actually. I didn't write most of them. Right, that was a weird vibrate, because it felt like WhatsApp. But I've not got a WhatsApp notification on the main account. It was WhatsApp. Then why? I don't fucking know. What is... Oh, he got a new watch. Sent me a video of his new watch. No, to be fair, right, so I'm gonna pause on talking to. So when I'm sat at my desk, my phone is on the desk next to me and its vibrate is quite powerful. So I feel the vibrate through the desk. Otherwise, my phone is like on my desk and I'm not at my desk, or my phone is on my bed and I'm at my desk. When I'm streaming, my phone's here. And more importantly, recently, I'm keeping my phone. So the phones vibrate like crazy. Exactly. I'm keeping my phone close by at the moment. Most unusual. I'm keeping an eye on it because of my mum having a stroke recently. I've told her to message me if she needs anything. So I do have to keep a closer eye on my phone than I typically would. Uh, my phone's non-stop at the moment. Turn it off. Turn it off. Unless you're watching me on your phone, then don't. Oh, that stretch felt amazing. Oh, guys, I've got bad news. Headphones are off. You know this is serious. I've got bad news. Right? So, I got a call from the bank yesterday. And it was a... Actually, I got two calls from the bank, from different banks yesterday. So I got a call from my bank yesterday, as in my personal bank. And they said that the money is 100% unrecoverable. So I now have confirmation that I will not get my money back. 100% guaranteed it will not happen. And then, that unfortunately doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me either. And then I got a call from my business bank, because I have a business account. And I've not talked about this on stream because I didn't want to like jinx it, but I was meant to be getting a business loan for On Spectrum Media, specifically for Spectrum Apparel. But they've said because of the recent economic uncertainty in Britain, i.e. the Tories fucked up, and due to the interest rate rises, they can no longer offer me a business loan. Which is a bit of an issue. Because, like, the problem that I've got is when somebody orders from Spectrum Apparel, that money goes out of my business account instantly. The second an order is placed, the money goes out of my business account, right? But it takes 5 to 7 working days for the money that they pay to the payment provider to land in my business account. So the problem I've got is when I launch tomorrow, I might run out of money in the business account. Right? That's the issue. So the business loan was a short-term business loan. The interest rates at the time of me applying for it were very competitive. So it basically was a 3-month loan. I was gonna borrow 2,500. I'd pay back like 2,850 or something, which isn't terrible. And it would mean that Spectrum Apparel could function without any worry. Now, on the other hand, I'm liquidating every asset that I can get my hands on to liquidate, transferring all of my personal money into the business account, which means I am going to be skinned. And on top of that, I still have only a fraction of the float that I theoretically could need, right? Like, I'm not expecting to get like tens of thousands of orders, but you know, up to maybe $1,000 or so is possible. And I'm like, how do I handle this? Because I don't really want to delay Spectrum Apparel again. But at the same time, I want to be able to fulfill all the orders that we get. Prince's Trust not help. Well, I only found out yesterday that I wasn't getting my business loan, so I need it today. So probably not. So I do have a possibility. And Princess will instantly know why I hate this idea. But I could ask my dad. And that's a problem because my dad is an interesting person. But I know my dad has spare cash. I don't know what else to do, that's my problem. Okay. I don't know what to say to that, princess. I mean, at the end of the day, you're an adult, right? I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. Hydrate can do. Bacon. Welcome. Now, you see, if I got this news, a week or two ago, I could have, like, maybe done some crowdfunding or something. You know, I could have got some crowdfunding or something sorted, but like because I only found out yesterday afternoon, I'm like, I don't, I'm a bit lost of what the fuck I should do right now. Another hydrate. Look, I've got a completely separate drink right here. I'm like, do I know anybody with spare cash? I thought about it, Benji. Oh, I know, princess. Like, I wouldn't expect you to help because you've got like an entire family. Like, if I time him out, can he still do rainbow coin things? I wouldn't ask you because you've got kids who rely on you and shit. You know? It's why I don't want to ask my brother. Like, don't really time him out. You refunded him the coins. Dreadful. How you doing, Bacon? But yeah, so I don't know what to do right now. Yeah. Okay then. You got the same monster. Which one? Because I've got two different monsters in front of me. The white one. This one. I feel like a dick, but if anybody would like to help me with my conundrum, Ko-Fi exists. If you got any spare cash, literally anything at all will help. You can donate either monthly, or you can donate one-off in intervals of $5. I understand most of you won't have spare cash, and that's okay. And some of you might just not want to support, you know? It's fine, there's no requirement to. But if anybody out there would like to help me at least a little bit with this, if I can get a bit of cash here and a bit of cash there, and then I've got a viewer who has offered to lend me I said rob bank, but the banks without any cash. True. I have got a viewer who's offered to lend me a couple hundred as a business loan, like fully, you know, documented business loan, not just a random loan. I've got maybe 300-400. No worries, princess. But like, it's not like the business account is completely stripped, but I have no idea how many orders we're gonna get tomorrow, right? You definitely expand. Yeah. 60 million XP in smithing. Yeah, the expansion rate is insane at the moment, Billy the Kid. You know, we've gone from like a blog post a week to like, you know, like 4 to 6 blog posts a month to like 20 odd blog posts this month. Spectrum Apparel, streaming every day. Studio is coming along nicely, by the way, guys. I won't be buying a desk because, funnily enough, I'm skiing. But we got some rapid expansion going on at the moment, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, we are very much in a case at the moment of betting the house, right? We are very much in a situation of betting the house. Theoretically speaking, and we just dropped a bunch of frames. Theoretically speaking, we don't have many more expenses now, other than merch. Because, like, my hosting, my web hosting is paid out for the year. All of my web hosting, all my domains have at least 2 years on them. Some of them have 4 or 5 years on them. And things. So theoretically, I don't have much outgoings at the moment now, because I paid most things in advance. Right, guys, so here's what we're gonna do. So Stormwalker trades the 5 for Billy the Kid's 2, and then Billy the Kid trades that 5 that he gets from my 6, and we all win. Is the social media manager expensive? That's my only regular outgoing. Can I talk about how much that is? Do I want to? Yeah, we did drop a bunch of frames. And we were doing so well. The social media manager is probably my only... I think all in all, my expenditure is... like, from now until 12 months time, my expenditure works out to be maybe between social media manager, my SSL cert, on the Spectrum media hosting, because that's separate to Spectrum Power hosting. Probably about 150 a month is my total expenditure. That's our cash burn rate. Great British pounds, just to be clear. Which I don't think is too bad. You know, as a cash burn rate goes, I don't think that's too bad. Now, we do have to take into consideration that, you know, in 12 months' time, I've got to pay up another year of hosting Spectrum Apparel. You know, which is like £400 for the year. We're still dropping frames. Yeah, Spectrum Apparel's like £400 for the year of hosting, but that includes tax handling and the payment provider, so that's not too bad, I don't think. So, you know, realistically, to make it work, we need to make... I don't know how much we need to make. I'm expecting to lose money. The video basically doesn't work at all. Let's hope it recovers. I'm presuming you guys can still hear me. I'm not expecting on the Spectrum Media to make profit for at least 12 months, right? That's the truth. I'm not expecting to make profit for at least 12 months. That includes streaming income, Spectrum Apparel, and any other source of income. Unless we do a crowdfunding campaign, which I think we're going to do. It does appear that we've stopped dropping frames at the moment. But yeah, so I do think we're going to do an Indiegogo probably like towards the end of the year. And then we can, you know, cover our expenses, and I can just concentrate on content creation without having to worry about where money's coming from. And we're dropping more frames. Oh. We'll see how we get on. Is there a merch command? Not yet, because it only launches tomorrow. And it's not merch, it's a fashion brand, okay? You can, however, find it on the Spectrum Media's website. So there will be a Spectrum Apparel command tomorrow. In fact, Benji or Red, can you add that to the to-do list for me? And Wolf, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? And GG on the win. Hacking. That is the only explanation. Put Princess with her points and time. Did I roll? Fuck it, I'll roll again. I don't remember. How are you guys doing? I'm doing okay, surprisingly. On 4 hours sleep. I've been up all night stressed over trying to find out where the fuck I'm gonna find like $1,000 before tomorrow. And I just don't think it's possible. My business loan fell through. Just as a quick overview. My business loan fell through and now we're a bit strapped for cash and have very little float, which is a problem because of the way the payment provider works. The problem is there is one member of my family who could lend it to me who wouldn't have an issue, but they want me to pay interest. And we're already losing money, so like, is interest a good idea? You're doing great. I'm glad to hear that you're doing great. I always like to hear you guys doing well. Charge all porters. What have we got left? 223. That's fine. No stress there. But we're doing pretty well right now. I feel so wrong asking for money, you know? Even though it's like, obviously, to some degree, we're transitioning from hobby to business. I don't know if I want it to call it my job. I still stream for the fun of it. But to some degree, there's that transition happening, and I'm like, do I start? I don't know. So I'm having this discussion openly and honestly with my viewers, right? Like, do I start mentioning like subscriptions and bitties and Ko-Fi more frequently? That's what I don't know, because you guys know my feelings on such things. You guys know my feelings on such things. But at the same time, I'm here, you know, what we're talking about, 28 hours a week I stream for an average. It's not insignificant. I just feel bad because I know at the moment a lot of people are struggling financially with the cost of living crisis and everything. And I'm like, do I want to like be, you know, making somebody feel guilty for not subscribing or donating Ko-Fi or some shit, which inadvertently would happen? Do subs help you? Subs definitely do help me because I get that money eventually. If you want to get as much money to me as possible, Ko-Fi is the best option because the transaction fees on one-off payments are 0. So I get 100% of what you donate to me through Ko-Fi as one-off. Membership, there's a 5% fee, so I only get 95% of what you do. Subscriptions, I get 50% of the money. Bits is slightly higher at that. Depends on how many bits you buy at a time. I get anywhere from 60 to 80% of the bit value that you pay for the bits, because you pay more than 1 cent per bit. But I think they're increasing the price of bits at the moment, so that might not be right anymore. But subs definitely do help, especially in the long term. Yeah, that would definitely help me, especially if it costs you nothing. You know, when people subscribe, it's like a slow trickle of income for me. And like, you know, 1 subscription isn't that big of a deal, but 10 or 50 or 100? I don't even know how many subs I've got at the moment. So I've got 48 subscribers at the moment, you know, so it's not insignificant. You know, theoretically, if I got another like 10 subs, that would pay for my social media manager. You know, if I averaged like 55, 65. Yeah. It's once every month. Sorry to talk so much about money right now, it's just it's heavily on my mind, you know? It's heavily on my mind right now. Right, so 26, 27, we're gonna upload 28. One moment, guys. File, export. And set that to public, upload, awesome. It wouldn't surprise me if uploading that stuff during the stream the frame drops. Because every time you mention it, it's a few months. Yeah, but the upload doesn't come from my computer. The upload goes from Twitch server to YouTube server. It's got nothing to do with me. No. You suck. You need to leave, no worries, Stormwalker. Have a good day, my friend. If you can leave a lurk, I'd appreciate it, but if not, look after yourself. Much appreciated, man. My dyslexic brain didn't even see what was wrong with your first message, and I was like, why is the bot not responding? I wonder where Skywalker is heading off to. Can we do a full inventory today? We're only at 2 hours 40 minutes. And we've only got, you know, these plus 4s and then 8 more to make from base. I think we could. I think we could. Like half an hour after UTC tea time. Okay. Got yourself some tea. What kind of tea? Just the usual black English breakfast tea that you drink. What sap are you gonna load for me? Usual black thing in Kaufland. Nice, nice. I can't wait to try my tea at some point. Princess, I've sent you a message. I was hoping it would embed, but if you click the link, you'll understand. I don't know if that's something you still deal with, but I've just seen it on Facebook, so I thought I'd send it to you. Ooh, nice, Mrs. Biffle Chips. Yeah, I didn't think so, but I don't know if there's somebody you can pass it on to. But I just thought I would... Opportunity. That's been sat there for a while, I think. Oh well. Fair enough. You can show it around though. If you can, I would appreciate it. I just know you're in the biker community, so... Fair enough. I'm not sure if Sammy is asking, am I, or is she? I'm very confused. Still taking gold org donations. Spectrum. I have no idea what she's talking about. Did you have your 2-hour break? I didn't, but I had a break at 1 hour, so I'm probably gonna take a break at 3-hour mark. Just check on my mum and all of that. But I don't know, I'm feeling pretty solid at the moment. I might just stream 3 to 4 hours and call it. You're not a machine. I am the machine! Sorry, nobody will understand that reference. Which comedian was that? Oh, about his time in Russia. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was a made up story, but it was still hilarious. But it's also just hilarious enough that it could be true. Did that stream VOD upload? It's processing. Reheat. No, I will take a break at the 3-hour mark because I want to check on my mum. So I will take a break at the 3-hour mark. I'll go to the bathroom, check on my mum, then I'll be back. Depends on the meds and how they were stored. Typically, yes. If it's a liquid medication, no. If it's an ointment, possibly. If it's a tablet, more likely than not, it'll be fine. Diclofenac. Or dicloflam. Oh. Just diclofenac, right? Should be fine. Yeah, it's just diclofenac. It'll be fine. But I'm not a doctor, this is not medical advice. If you choose to do so, you do it at your own risk. Usually meds just deteriorate by like losing potency, so they might not be as strong as they were, but I wouldn't suggest taking more in case they are still. Welcome to my life. Oh, I know. I've seen the Facebook post. Alright, I need the bathroom, guys, so we'll go for that break just a little bit early. Guys, if you've been sat down for the last 3 or so hours, I would advise for you to get up and have a stretch, maybe get something to eat or drink, but generally look after yourselves because self-care is, of course, important. I will be back in just a few minutes, so please stay tuned. Alright, guys. Can we get a roll call in chat? Did you enjoy it? I mean, I went to the back room. It felt alright. Eyeball is looking, no worries. Nope, and note for Pixiotti. Wolf is rolling. No, Eyeball's rolling, and Eyeball wins on a scale of 1 to 10. This was too easy. Love it. GG, Eyeball. I'm a bit cold. Let me do that. I'm gonna put my long sleeve shirt on. Oh. Yeah, guys, give me 2 minutes. I'm just gonna get changed. Alright. Alright. Just a rapid get changed. I've got actual trousers on now. And I'm out of breath just from getting changed fast. Fucking long COVID is bullshit, man. Nice shirt, thank you. You say that every time. Love playing. Thank you, thank you. Or, you know, just wear kilt and... I can do all the time. Welcome back, Princess. No, you're kidding. I'm sure some of us do, though. I would not put it past some Canadians. For sure. They still don't tap me. I mean, true Pixiarty. I've never been proposed to before. I don't know how I feel about this. Let's make +1s and then we'll do a shout out for stream. We'll shamelessly plug ourselves. Fuck dyslexia. Actual paper, neither of us are really into that. Nothing wrong with that. GG, princess. I mean, to some people, getting engaged is a promise you make to each other. Not a promise to get married, but a promise that you are committed. We intended to get married, but nah, it doesn't really matter, you know. Love it. Reheat. Awesome. We commit to each other and that's what's important. Exactly. Like, a marriage is just a legal contract these days. For most people. And like, if you truly love each other, do you need a legal contract to prove to yourselves that you love each other? I don't know. That's up to the couple themselves to decide. Your ears pricked up. Why? Like, I would like to get married someday, but I've talked about, I do have a blog post coming up talking about this, but I'm pretty happy being single right now. Like, this is another take my headphones off conversation. This is happening a lot this stream, but like, I like being in a relationship, I'm not gonna lie. But at the moment, like, do I have time for that? You know, I'm streaming, what did we say, 28 hours a week? I do, you know, an hour or two of research a day for blog posts and things. I do an hour or two of writing a day. So, you know, let's say it's another 2 hours. You know, so another 14 hours a week used. On top of that, I've got, like, managing Spectrum Apparel and doing all that, which, you know, is... I don't know how much time that's going to take. So we'll just have to see how off, you know, how hands-on I have to be with that. Don't have to be in... No, exactly, that's my point. Like, at some point, I wouldn't mind being in a relationship again, but right now, I just don't think I have the time for it. There are some things that I miss about being in a relationship. You know, I miss having that physical contact, I'm not gonna lie. Which is unusual for an autistic, I guess. But I'm not at the same time, I just don't think that's a fair reason to get in a relationship, because you miss physical contact. Especially if you know you're not in a place to, like, give the time into a relationship what's needed. I think once I settle in and get used to writing this much and reviewing this much content and things, things will get a lot easier for me. Reheat. Creed, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. That's a good reason to start one. Need relationship experience to add to my CV. Interesting, Hannah. Interesting take. Pick off topic I just did. I don't even know. Yeah. I don't think Benji understands. That looks like a half pant to me, princess. Can't even afford full pants. One moment, guys. My phone's ringing. At this time? Alright, guys. Sorry about that. So, I did unmute. I just looked at my mix. I was like, did I unmute? Because I do sometimes forget to unmute. I like how I saw the glass and I'm like, that's a hat. Oh, I've got a Guinness left. An alcohol-free Guinness at that. I might have that later. So yeah, so we're going to do another half hour or so. Maybe a little bit longer than that. Let's go fly a kite. Let's choose something to watch. Not sure why it didn't sell. I wonder why. We're doing solidly right now, guys. I'm quite happy with how things are going. Reheat. I can't wait to have my dinner. I can't wait to have my dinner. Makes sense. Princess makes sense. More the driving thing than the working thing. You know, working drunk, you might lose your job. You know, driving drunk, you might kill somebody and lose your freedom for a good few years. Interesting, Mr. Bickle Chips. Doesn't sound like my kind of coffee. Awesome. More lined up. And an uncut diamond, who would have thought? It was 60, right? Reheat. Awesome. You don't like coffee that much, I love the smell, not the flavour, and someone putting cream or sugar in ruins the smell you find. See, I just drink black coffee. No sugar. If I'm feeling fancy, I might get a shot of hazelnut syrup in there. But I don't usually have anything other than just coffee beans and water, you know. Reheat. No, thank you. I love aniseed. Or anise, or whatever you want to call it. Well, we don't put cream in coffee over here, Benji. We put milk in coffee. I want to know, why did you go around licking oil spills, you know? I wouldn't suggest that. Reheat. Awesome. I've never tasted. It tastes like the way an oil spill looks. That makes even less sense to me. Minced beef chips. I mean, it's fine. Not everybody has to like everything. That is the beauty of humanity. Variety is, of course, the spice of life. You have coffee with mushrooms in it. What? I don't know how I feel about that. Ah. Which, I mean, is definitely interesting how a flavour can conjure an image. Somebody should do a study on that. Somebody probably has.